Well, hello and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner again for another episode of Tea and Tarot. And it was my second attempt at making a cup of tea, or a pot of tea, because I forgot to put the tea bag in. I haven't done that for a little while. I was trying to do about 3 different things at once, that's why. I was trying to make the tea and do the washing up and run the dehumidifier and probably doing something else as well. So who knows, anyway. It's quite nice here just now. Blue sky and sunshine, which is most pleasant. In fact, it looks almost spring-like, even though it's not really got the temperatures. Saw a whole load of seagulls, an entire flock of seagulls flew over just when I was prepping for this. Haven't seen that many birds this morning, but then there's more seagulls than I've seen together in an awfully long time. There's normally some around. Occasionally see them on the field, but I haven't seen them for a little while. Mostly crows and starlings are about at the minute. I haven't seen much of the sparrows. But yeah, nice to have the seagulls. See loads and loads of seagulls. I couldn't work out what they were to start with because they were silhouetted against the sky. And I thought, well, they're not crows. They're definitely not that dark. And then I thought they were pigeons because I could see the grey, but I hadn't seen the white then till they come at a different angle, some of them. And then I thought, nah, seagulls. Don't think the tea was hot enough when I made it the second time because it's a bit weak weasel water, but it's drinkable. And weasel water tea. Right, I'll do my tarot. Oh, I'm enjoying the sunshine. It's lovely. I like the sunshine. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. What good news do you have for us for Friday, the 16th of January, 2026, please? See what we've got. Okay, that's clear. We having it that way up? No, we're having it that way up. Okay. First one out is Temperance. That one. That way up. Yeah. And the Knight of Cups. Right. Do we need any more cards? Are we having any more cards? No. Okay. Okay. So. Excuse me. Starting with the Knight of Cups. So what are we going with? We're moving forward by the situations around us changing. Yep. That's what we've had the last few times. Not so much with the ego and the overview and the big picture. I've got medium picture. So not being really intensely focused on what's going on with us, but also not being too focused with what's going on in the world, being somewhere in the middle, which comes back to temperance and balance, doesn't it? It does, because we can get overwhelmed if we're not careful with all the stuff that's going on. Sometimes just stuff that's going on in our own lives and around us, let alone what's going on in the world. And if we take it all on, it's just too much. Our brains can't deal with it. It's just too much. Too much. So, trying to, yeah. All I've got is middle. somewhere in the middle between whatever's going on with us and around us and whatever's going on in the wider world. We want to be aiming for somewhere in the middle between all of that. Yeah. And knowing some things that are going on, but literally I can see them blocking it out and blocking bits out and blocking bits out. It's finding a happy medium between knowing what's going on in order to do something about it, what's in our control, what we can actively complain about or physically do something about, what we can change, what we can do, rather than getting dragged down by the things we can't control and the things we can't change, because that's really not helpful. So it's looking at, I've still got blocking out. Some people can get very distressed at things that are going on, and there comes a point where you have to block it out for your own sanity. But it's telling us again that situations, have you just said rapidly? Situations are changing, and they're changing rapidly. And even though it probably feels like in some places that we've taken a huge step backwards, the people that live wherever, humanity, whatever, has taken a huge step backwards, we are actually going forwards. With the situations are going to change. We had that before. The tide recedes, doesn't it? We want to get to dry land, but the tide recedes, and then we're on dry land. And the water there is proper choppy. So yeah, it's going to feel like we're stood thigh deep in choppy water at the moment. But that'll get better. But it is keeping an eye on yourself and knowing when you just need to block stuff out for your sanity, where you need to look at where you have some control, whether there are things that you can do. And not hold the pressure of the places where you have no control and you can't do something. Excuse me. Throat chakra. So sometimes it's talking about it, sometimes raising your voice, and using your voice sometimes, that in person, or again petitions, emailing people, not sure what else, but yeah, using your voice, not staying silent. Temperance is about balance, staying grounded and not getting overwhelmed by everything. And doing what we can do where we can, while still looking after ourselves and staying balanced and trying to maintain a balanced view of things. And I've just remembered the thing that happened to me earlier that I wanted to mention, which is a good point to mention it, and it's just popped back into my mind. Song came into my mind earlier, and it was about a star in the sky, that sort of star, which is hope. So hang on to hope. Know that things are always changing, things will change, and things will get better.
It's just a bit choppy at the moment.
There we are then.